Good evening, my fellow Americans. I want to say good evening. I hope everybody is doing well and everybody is safe, doing it, safe practicing, and all the things you're supposed to do. Keeping up with political things going on. I do have some announcements, and these things that I'm saying are in the works, so in my head mostly, but they will be out soon. I think I mentioned it before, but I don't know if not to everybody. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe y'all heard it, maybe you hadn't heard it. Okay, but anyway, a few things I want to talk about today. Let us talk about today. I'm not a political analyst, so I can't give you, I can't analyze stuff that's going on within this office, that office, and polling and all that stuff. I can only give you information, transferable information that I've heard myself via news, and social media and all that fun jazz. But I'm going to talk about a few things. First off, let's get some preliminaries out the way. My name is George Wilson. I am running for President of the United States of America as your Commander-in-Chief. I am a writing president, so you have to write my name in order to vote for me. So that's the only way. I'm going to get anybody's vote is you write my name in. And it's George A. Wilson for president in your Democratic ticket for president. Okay. Number 2. That's one thing out the way. And number 2, I am running on a Democratic ticket, but I'm also looking to, in a very soon near future, have a nonpartisan administration or office administration. So, meaning, in order to get America back together, it's not partisan or bipartisan, it's nonpartisan, meaning the Republicans are going to be forced to work with the Democrats, and the Democrats are going to be forced to work with the Republicans, and they're going to come up with whatever idea they need to have, and they will, when they come up with something that makes sense and how to go about a thing together, unitedly, and then they can bring it to me, I'll look at it. And if I see there's some discrepancies between the two parties, go back to the drawing board, get it right, and then bring it back to me. So that's nonpartisan. And it goes a little bit more than that, but that's just the scratching idea of it, of nonpartisan. And some of you already know what nonpartisan is, so I'm just giving you my version of it. Not word for word, exactly politically, if you will, but just kind of overview definition of it. Okay, now, I do want to say that I'm very, very serious about what I do. Now, anybody that knows anything I do personally, let me push this up just a little bit. That's a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. There we go. Anybody that knows me, and I want you guys to get to know me. So I devised a plan or an idea how to get you guys to know me more. Now, I know coronavirus is out there, and which we'll be talking about again. So I can't get around to moving. God bless you, sir. I can't get around to moving around the country like I would like. So I have to figure out another way of getting into this, actually, for Washington to take me very seriously. There are other things that are working in the background right now to make sure my end of it is very serious. Now, getting them to take me serious, it's going to take an effort for all of us. And when I say an effort for all of us, that means you guys got to get behind me and say, hey, look, I trust this man. And I believe that this man has something to say. And what he has to say is he hears our voices and our concerns. And he has the voices of the American people. I think you all need to listen to this guy. Because come November, or shall I say come, November, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Hopefully by June or July latest. No, I take it back. I'll give August, because we don't know what they're going to do. August by the latest, they're going to know exactly what kind of force I am. But I need the American people to say that you had enough of all of this garbage. True or false, facts or fiction, we got to get to that point that I had enough. And in order for us to make the government understand, the present government, let me say that again, the present government understand that we're not going away, but we're smart about what we're thinking and what we do. And we're very calculating and we're very strategic. We are intelligent people. And Washington do not hold all the intelligent people in the world. Actually, from what I've seen so far, everybody that's working with Donald Trump, you need a brain scan, because common sense should told you right off the bat, you should have jumped off the boat like some of the other people that say, oh no. They was 1 month in and they said, this cat is dangerous. And many had jumped off on their own and resigned on their own. They said, no, I cannot work under this type of administration. I can see trouble before it even happens. And they were right. And they got off the boat. And they're glad they did it. Now look where we are. Anyway, a little bit more on that in a few minutes. We're going to push that to the corner just a few minutes. But I need you guys to stand up and be proud to be Americans. And get to that point in yourself that you're tired and sick and tired of being tired. Because people don't do anything until they're sick and tired of being tired. Then they'll take action. And usually when they do at that point, it's usually the wrong way of doing it. They make wrong decisions, jump decisions, snap decisions, decisions that's not, or ill-advised, or not thought clearly and thoroughly. And so they make the wrong decision or the wrong choices. And now you got a catastrophe going on. Or we have something very tragic happens when you make the wrong decisions. So I need Americans, all Americans. I don't matter. They kind of, in the news, kind of separate us a little bit. They said, brown skin, they talking about the Asians and Latinos. And then they said Afro-Americans. And then, of course, Native Americans. And they kind of separated the different groups of ethnic backgrounds and of ethnicity. And I'm looking at this and like going, so why are they separating us like this? You just say the minority. And that's what we all are, minorities. If you're not rich, famous, and powerful, We are minorities. Don't care what kind of job you got. Don't care what kind of income your household brings in. If you're not rich, famous, and powerful, and I'll throw a fourth one in there, who's who in the U.S. government, then you are a minority. Because these people are sitting back comfortable. They have the money, the resources. They know people at a drop of a dime or on speed dial. They could call if they get sick, and they will never have to go on their respirator. They can be tested, and we don't be tested. Put that over there too. I'll come back to those 2 points. Hopefully, but my mouth don't run too much to the point I forget. I don't want to forget that. Those are interesting points. But it's like they're trying to turn the cubic ball or the cubic cube to get all pieces in line that all four colors on all sides match. And right now they got one side that's all match, and that's the all white side. Well, you still got the yellows, that's Asian. They kind of messed up a little bit, kind of all over the place. Then you got, let's say the blue is Afro-Americans. And that side is completely jumbled around. And you have Latinos, which is the green, because they call them immigrants. Green immigrants, aliens. Okay. But anyway, and they got that side jumbled. So when you look at the three major groups I just mentioned, other than the white group, which is all together, they all in line, we're the one all jumbled up. And the reason why we're all jumbled up because the white group has separated all of us in certain ethnicities, and now they're trying to set each one of us against each other, or of course we're going to push back and be against them. Here's the thing you got to look at. That's racism, period. And when you watch what they're doing to us, they're saying that all other groups other than white Americans, other than white Americans, we are known as the minority. Now, there is another color called orange. Now, I've seen only one time I've seen this color show up on a Rubik's Cube. It's a smaller one that doesn't have four. It's like a little ball thing. So it doesn't have four colors, main colors. It's white. It's a little ball thing, maybe about so big. Well, it's a little smaller one, but now they probably got it a little bit bigger. And it has white, orange, green, yellow, and blue. The orange is white folks that are mixed with another race. They consider them as so-so. Flippable, meaning if you're white origin, and I'm not being racist, please don't take that the wrong way. I am not. If your origin is German, it's another one, Polish, I don't know if it's Scandinavian. I don't want to say Australian because, well, Australia, yeah, maybe, Australia. Anyway, long as it's not Latino, long as it's not Afro-American, long as it's not Asian, and long as it's not Native Americans, then if your origin is anything other than these branch Latino, that's what I meant to say. And it also, if your origin don't fall in this ethnicity, and I'm going to say Asian, I mean all Asian ethnicity, meaning Indians or Iranians, all those other ones in there. It doesn't matter. So if your origin is England, France, Germany, or whatever other, or Polish, whatever, as long as it has nothing to do with these other four major groups, then you're flippable. That's the orange color. You're flippable. And see, this is what they're doing. They're trying to turn everybody against everybody. And you keep forgetting, if you're not pure white or pure Anglo-Saxon or Aryan nation or Hitler type, Hitler. If you're not one of those, or what do you call it? Oh crap! I can't think of the name of it. Excuse me. Any of them there. I'm trying to think. I got it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. A Confederate, or the ones with the swastikas. I can't think of the name for them. But anyway, if you're not in any of those perfect type of group of people, which considers the upper class and the richest a peculiar bloodline, if you please, or pure bloodline, if you will, then you are still, I don't care if you make $100,000, $150,000 or $200,000 a year, you're still considered a minority to them. Less picked on, but you're still considered a minority. So what I'm saying is that I'm not asking Americans to stand up and push back, because that could create another problem. We don't need that. We don't want them to get crazy and, turn up like the color of my tie here. I don't want to be racist, so I don't want to say certain words, but let's just keep it where it is. Getting crazy and want to slap martial law, because that's what they're trying to do also. They want to create all kinds of trouble so they can slap us with martial law. Okay. Anyways, so we have to think with common sense, with intelligence and wisdom. So I need American people to stand up with common sense, intelligence, and wisdom that has integrity and I wouldn't say impeccable character, but because different people have, different stories to tell. Everybody's been somewhere in their lifetime. But we're not looking at that. You're still Americans. We all have issues, but we're still Americans. And I need all you guys to step up, especially the young people or the young adults. You're the ones that are going to follow us. After the sun starts setting on us, you're right there. And we need to set example that the world can run smoothly. Not perfect, but smoothly. We can set a world and the standards are high enough that when you look at them, that's something you want to shoot for and make it attainable so you can. We don't want to make it too easy, but we don't make it too hard either. And I'm not talking monetary. I'm talking about something that you got to use the old noggin for. Knowledge is power. And I know it was a statement made by Afro-Americans or Black Power or whatever. That was a statement made. But knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you know, the better off you are. And because knowledge is powerful, it's power. Because when you know something, nobody can take that from you. And all you need to know is how to strategize with it or how to put it together. And this is where we all come together. I may have great ideas. And no one man is an island on his own. Because coronavirus is out here and it's attacking everybody. So it's one man is not the only one out there that's experiencing this. We all are. More Afro-American than any other. But actually, the new poll just popped up, and I saw that. And the new polling has said the Latino population has the highest number in death rate than the Afro-Americans. And then when you look at, that's what they're saying now. The new numbers are changing, but 80% of Afro-Americans that contact are basically have this disease. This, not disease, but this virus. And out of 80% of that population that is Afro-American, 20% of them are dying. Then you got the Latino population. They make up the other majority. Then you got you still have white folks are dying with it too. White folks have it as well. Not leaving anybody out of the circle. But the whole thing is, we need to stand up as American and say, I'm tired of this crooked, lying, corrupted government administration under Donald Trump. And get behind somebody that wants to lead this nation and the American people to a greater tomorrow. Now, is this gonna be easy? No, it's not gonna be easy. Can we do it? Yes, we can. But we have to come together. And it doesn't matter what walk of life you are, how much money you have, or, whether you have had different various important positions. We're Americans. We are to stand together and be proud that we are. There are a lot of Americans that never stepped foot on a battlefield before, never into the armed forces. Does that make them less of American because they never served in the U.S. Army or Navy, Marines, any type of military? No, it doesn't make them less American. You're born here, raised here, you are American. Whether you never step foot in a military installation, you're still American. Does it make me less American because I've never been a firefighter? No. It's not my calling. But I'm still American. And the same thing. It doesn't matter. You could be a songwriter, a producer, you could be a writer, a novelist, a poet, anything you want to be in America. Be proud of that. But also know that this thing that's happening now is something that was made to depopularize America and the world. And you fit right in that little mold with everybody else. No one's better than nobody else. Though they think they're better than us, they're not. They're in it too. But they know how to control it from their end. They can get the vaccine from their end. They can be tested every day or every other few days on their end. They could get less if we get tested or not. Because they have an agenda. I need Americans to stand up and be Americans. We're resilient. We're strong. And we make a very loud noise together versus than a few people echoing. We make a great noise. We can pack a powerful punch. And we stand together. And I'm running for the commander-in-chief job, the president of the United States, to lead us there. To take out all this tyranny and this garbage and this mess that this president, one, knew about and did nothing about. He knew it was going to happen before it even happened to China. Yeah, he knew about it. Because he's part of the globalists. They all work together. Excuse me. So we have to stand up and say, I'm not part of this. I don't want no more of this. I'm sick of this. Quarantine and all this other stuff. Wait a minute. Because you got to start using the old noggin. You got to think, wait a minute. Something ain't adding up here. Either it's more people affected than they're saying, or less people affected than they're saying. It's either more people dying that they're mentioning, or it's less people dying than they're reporting. So you gotta think, what way is it going? What are they doing to us? Something we need to think about. Now, I'm very serious about what I'm doing. Like I said, I've been heckled about it a little bit lately, and people don't think I'm serious. One thing that's for sure, I'm a pastor first. I'm a man of God, and I don't lie, and I don't play games. And if I didn't think or felt in my heart I was led to do this, I would not be on here right now talking to you about anything political. I would keep steady to what I normally do anyway. And I still do ministry online. I do both. A lot of work, but I do both. Because I believe in your soul as well as moving forward into a better tomorrow. I don't have time to play games and to sit there and just be bogged down with stuff that is just idiotic. Decisions to be made the way the president is making them, it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Well, before I get started in my little briefing with you guys, I figured the president give you a briefing from the White House or from the Oval Office or newsstand or on the, I don't know, is that the West Wing or the Rose Garden or the some lawn, South Lawn? Oh, South Lawn. If he can stand there for about 40 minutes and jabber jaw about something that he has no idea about or he's lying about, I can sit here for about 30 minutes or so, and give you true facts. And give you some updates and stuff that I'm doing. Okay. Well, I'm working on some stuff. Like I said, that to push this forward, starting next month, which is Friday, I will be gearing up, not full speed, unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, but there are ways, there are other avenues, and I've been looking at them. And basically, I'm not a rich man, I'm not a powerful man, okay? And it's not like I got money like that, no. But I'm not poor either, but I'm not rich. So you gotta look at it like that. If someone said, and I just posted a thing, Reverend Al Sharpton said, he says he's uncomfortable around people that think lower of themselves. Or basically, in essence, thinking that you can't do a thing because of your present status. So if you don't think of yourself doing nothing great, then you won't. But if you think, you hang around people, or you think that you can do something great, and hang around people that are doing something great, regardless of power, money, status, or where you are in life, you one day can do something great. In essence, I caught that and I said, well, I got to post that because that Because I was thinking about some stuff. I got a couple of hecklers and a couple of folks kind of trying to make me feel bad. Or people laughing at me, don't take me serious for some odd reason. I don't know what gave them the indication. I wasn't serious about what I'm doing. But anyway, beside the point. But and I needed something else. I've been praying about it. And God, look, you said this is the way you want me to go. You pointed me in this direction because politics was never my forte. I wanted to stay out of the political arena. It had nothing to do with the political arena. I was going to let Washington stay Washington. George had nothing to do with Washington. Unless I visited or passing through on the highway, I ain't got nothing to do with Washington. That was my say. And this isn't something a recent decision made. This has been years. I don't know, maybe 26, maybe. I'm guessing. But somewhere, maybe 26, maybe a little older, 28, somewhere in there. It was prophesied that God has appointed you to do something great in your life, and you will be involved in the political arena. And I was like, And anybody understand prophecy, especially with a time stamp on it, that it don't happen right away unless it's rhema. A rhema word means it's happening at the very second or the moment that you are getting this message from God. But if it's for future tense, it's something to look forward to, or it's something that's going to happen because it's been foreordained before you got here that you would be doing this. And I thought this for years. And then I forgot about it. And then, again, just a quick brief history, God started saying to me very calmly, all roads lead to Washington, D.C. At first, I didn't understand what he was talking about. What do you mean, all roads? I'm not moving to Washington, D.C. I don't want to move to Washington. I don't really like Washington, to be honest with you. And everything I've been hearing about Washington, other than the sights and whatever. And ever something God keeps telling me, all roads lead to Washington, D.C. So I got tired of hearing that, and I said, well, what are you talking about? Include me in this plan, because I don't feel it in my spirit that I want to do this. And then when he told me what he wanted me to do, I even chuckled. Me? Really? Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to support me? Who's going to stand behind me? Who's going to help me, to encourage me to move forward? I was quickly reminded by Moses when Joshua was telling him, we're all symbol. And Moses looked at all the people and he said, Lord, how am I going to lead these people through the wilderness to your mountain? And God told him to go. They'll follow you. He didn't say it was going to be easy. He said, go. Of course, time passed. Time went on a little bit more. And I think it was 2018. Was it 18? 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. And the Lord said, your time is coming. I said, what are you talking about? Your time is coming. I need you to be ready when it comes. That's all he basically said to me. I was like, okay. Now, during this time also, being diagnosed with cancer at the time, and I just had 17 surgery to remove a cancer cell. And doing radiation and all this stuff. And I thought maybe you're talking about me getting my house in order. And I was okay, get myself together, get my life right with God. Okay, cool. But he wasn't talking about that. He said, you should live and not die, but declare the works of the Lord. He says, I'm talking about be prepared. You're gonna need, next year, you need to be ready to start pushing toward becoming the President of the United States. Eyes popped up bigger than them. I'm like, what? But when God gives you an order, or God gives you a command, you follow it. And it doesn't matter who follows you. It doesn't matter who supports you. It doesn't matter who will say, okay, I'm going to get behind you. You follow what God said. Noah did it. Moses did it. Joshua did it. David. He didn't have, the children of Israel was scared. They were scared of Goliath. He went out there by himself. He didn't have their support. He slew Goliath by himself. This is my Goliath. And I'm lonely David. And God will give me the head of this Goliath, like he did David. So I'm not afraid of Donald Trump, Joe Biden, whomever else is ahead of me. No, there's only those two. There's some behind me, but those two. No. I'm not afraid of the politics and the lies and the deceit and the deception and all the stuff that goes on in D.C. No. Those are armies of the devil. Or the armies of the Philistine armies, if you will. Type, if you please. No. So, I understand one man can't do this by himself, but he also needs everybody that will stand up to follow me, to encourage me at least, to continue to do great things. I need all kinds of help, and I put it out there. You know this, you know that, you know this. You have experience in this and you're experiencing that. If you don't mind helping me out, I'm doing this for everyone, not just me. I can care less about George. I don't follow titles. I'm a pastor, yes, but I could say bishop because I've been ordained a bishop. I've been ordained an elder, preacher. I don't use none of those titles. I have a right to use them. I have a honorarium, doctrine of divinity. I don't use it. I could. I'm entitled to. But I don't use it because it's nothing but what it is. Titles. If your relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, you don't have one with the Lord Jesus Christ, those titles don't mean jack squat. President of the United States is just what it is, a title. It holds prestige, it holds power. Not greater than God's power, but it does hold power. It holds power of government. And it holds power to the point that you say, wait a minute. Y'all been stomping on all of us all these years and lying to us and cheating us out of everything you could take that you can muster up for your own personal agendas, and it's time to stop. It's time for somebody to stand up and say, no more. We're not going to do this again. No. You had your 4 years. Well, you will have your 4 years. You have your 4 years. It's up in November. It's over. There's a mess to be cleaned up after this. We're still going to deal with some aspects of the coronavirus. Whoever gets in that office, I don't care, myself or someone else, we're going to always be behind the 8 ball, because unless we take God in that Oval Office, we're going to be behind the 8 ball. We'll never get ahead of it, and we're going to always fall under some administration, whether it's Republican or Democrat, that's following all kinds of agendas to push New World Order in, to push this thing in before time. But if you take God into the White House, this thing can turn around and save a lot of lives, not only from physical death, but spiritual death. That we can bring God and turn this nation around for Christ. But we have to do something and stand up together. We got to come back from being divided and be united. That's how we're going to make this work. You might not have to like me. That's fine. It's not a popularity stunt for me. It's not PR. It's not a photo op for me. Anybody that knows me, I'm not selfish. Anybody knows me, I'm humble. I am not in this for me. Promise you that. It's for those that have a voice that's not been heard, or for those that don't have a voice that need to be heard. And somebody to stand up for those that can't fight for themselves. That says, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, I'm tired of this, and now it's time to do something about it. And the first step is getting him out of the office. That's the first step. It's going to be a long road ahead of us. You bet your bottom dollar it is. But together, we'll make it. In Jesus' name, we can make it. But we got to want to do something. We got to want to stand together. It doesn't matter about this, that, or the other. So anyways, I had to say that. A brief about me. So you know who I am. And I want you guys to know me. I really do. So I've been thinking about a lot of other little things, but I wanted to be careful in how I went about doing it. I didn't want it to look like a PR thing or a photo op or some type of endorsement for the United States and not the American people. Okay, United States is a corporation, it's big business, and they're looking for a CEO that's going to run big business. I'm not trying to run big business. I'm a businessman in a way, but I've had businesses. I know how businesses work. Okay, I know about management. I know how it works. But I'm not into that. That's not me. Corporate and all this, I'll keep that. I don't have time for that. Lives. Every life in America and around the world means something. One life that has to pass on before their time is one life too many. And every natural or national disaster shouldn't matter to your commander-in-chief. It matters to me. Because if you're hurting, I'm going to be hurting. If you're going through, I want to be right there with you. I don't want to see you hurting, or going without. Because, what? I got more money than you? Or whatever that is? No. I'm not in it for the money. Trust me. I know how to be humble. I know how to say, my bread is your bread. My house is your house. My car is your car. My money is your money. See, because if you can't say that, then where's the love of God? And where's the love of people? It's just words. So I stand proudly when I tell you that it's about the American people. I'm a citizen, U.S. citizen like every last one of you guys. Not a government yet. I'm still a U.S. citizen. I see every day what's going on. I know the issues. I know the troubles. Now somebody say you don't know because you don't live in my neighborhood. You're absolutely right, I don't. Don't mean I don't know the struggle. I know the pain. I see it in your faces if they ever broadcast it on the news. And they do it with small sound bites. Like, a couple minutes, boom, you're gone. But what happens after the news airs? After the photo ops are taken? Do you continue to call the governor and the mayor to make sure that that town or that state is being cared for? That neighborhood is being looked after? It's the president's job to know what's going on all the time, technically almost everywhere. Can't be everywhere, but need to know. And he did employ people that don't mind to be on the ground at a moment's notice. To give him the act, to say, okay, I was out here, this is what I see. This is what's going on. So he knows, okay, wow, we got an issue in Wisconsin. I know we're dealing with this, but I got an issue in Wisconsin. I need to check with the governor of Wisconsin what's going on. What can we do for you? And might even put him on a conference call. Governor, I hear you. Hold on a minute. And then I call FEMA. And we're on the phone with FEMA or whatever government institution that will help or can help. He'll be on the phone with the president and that institution talking to that governor for what we need to do to help that state. Now, I've heard Mitch McConnell talk about he's not bailing out any blue states. But you'll bail out a red state. Really? Again, see what I mean? Corruption. Aren't you tired of this yet? Aren't you got it up to here already with this? Because if you don't, I certainly do. Tired of it. I know God's tired of it. So we all, if he's tired of it, I know we should definitely be tired of it. So I've been thinking about some things I want to do, but I have to, again, like I said earlier, be careful. I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Now, am I going to please everybody 100% of the time? Nope. Somebody going to get offended? More than likely. But I make decisions that are favorable to everybody? No. But it's for the better good of the United States as a whole. Not the United States, American people. Well, the United States being American. Anyway, I'm talking about American people. Not business. I don't care less about the business. They function, but and I got to govern them to make sure that they don't affect you or hurt you. That's the job of the government. But anyways, so I got to stay on top of everything, all of it, in order to protect the American people and the American people's voice to be heard. And sometimes decisions will be made that may not be as favorable to you as a president, but I got the overall vision to see where we're going and what's happening to you that you don't see. So I may have to make some quick decisions. I may have to make some kind of decisions that, like, oh man, this is not going to go well with this particular group, or this may not go that well with that particular group. But I'm sorry. It's for everybody as a whole, and nobody be left out. Where you got these guys that's here, and we're down here. Now we're going to bring everybody to this level or that level where everybody's on the same playing field. That nobody can look their nose up at anybody because we're all equal together. Doesn't matter what your status is. So what? You run the Senate. How'd you get there? Votes. Who did the voting? The American people. That must mean you must have to serve the American people, right? That's your job. That's my job. To serve the American people. Not be served by the American people. To serve the American people. So I got some things. I'm working on some buttons, and it's not going to be your ordinary run-of-the-mill flags on the button, like American flag on the button. I'll probably have one or two maybe look like that, but I got some better ideas. And they all represent, they mean something. I ain't going to expose what that is at the moment because I'm still working on some stuff. Okay, but every button going to have a different caption. Of course, going to have my little face on it, and the background is what it's more important. I know it says vote for me, blah, 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 but the background is going to have different captions, and they represent something. They mean something. Something that the elite don't want you to know. So they all mean something. So different ones going to have different, backgrounds on them. So far, I only came up with 2, but there's some others brewing around in the head of mine. But I want to get a phototype of those, or should I say, what you called it again? Anyway, I just want to get something temporary, just to see what it looks like. I might wear it so you guys see what it look. Take a close look at it and like, whoa. Some will say, what? And others will say, and others be like going, wow, that man is serious. So, you get all kinds of reactions, but that's fine. Okay. I'm not a super charismatic as Obama is, former President Obama. But I get the point across in a nice way. There'll be more flyers. I got 2 of them out. One was too dark as far as the picture is concerned, so I had another one done. I don't think I've sent that one to you. I got it, but I don't think I'd sent that one out yet. But anyway, it's just a copy of a flyer. I'm working on another poster other than that one you see back behind me. That is, again, working on another one of those that you'll see. But I'm like, no more deception, no more secrets, no more lies, no more this. A few things I wrote down. I got them jumbled right now. They're not in the order that they will be in when you see it. But truth is what you'll get, absolute truth. No more deception, lies, other agendas. No more secrecy. Except of what has to be kept under confidential by the intelligence committee and different contractors like the DOJ and all of them that helps keep America safe at night when you're sleeping. The government's still running. When you're out on holiday enjoying your cookouts, the government's still watching to make sure you can enjoy that holiday or enjoy that cookout with your family. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to ground to make up because the business of the day can't be totally worked on, under the old norm, because we're now in a new norm. So everything's going to be done totally differently. We have no choice as long as coronaviruses are out there. All right. What else? Anyway, those are the things I'm working on other than speeches, true speeches, by the way. Points of view, my points of view. View of the American people, different views that you all have on different issues. Can't totally get out there yet physically, but there are other avenues I'm seeking to get this news out to you. Already, a few of them out there, CNN and news channels here in my state, news station in Florida, and I'm waiting to hear back from these people. And I know these guys stay busy 24/7 around the clock. And I know in order to get the news out. And I guess if you're not powerful enough and have enough money for these people, they don't pay you no mind, unfortunately. So I'm up against a real tough opponent. And when I talk about Goliath, because seemingly I got two things going on at the same time. I got Goliath to deal with, and I got the Jericho wall to break down. That's the U.S. government itself. Goliath is Donald Trump and the system and the government wall to be broken down. So I have Jericho. I got a Joshua situation going on here, and I got a David situation going on. So I'm like, Lord, what in the world? So I got to work on Joshua, and I got to work on David. So I got to do seemingly both, still be online pastor, a husband. So I got a lot going on right now, a whole lot going on. And juggling, I only got one employee, that's my wife. And because she does all the technical stuff. I don't do technical. I know some stuff, but I don't do all the little things that she knows how to do, and she does very well. Photography and everything, that's what she loves. So she does all that other stuff. I do the important stuff. And not that what she does is not important, because God knows if she didn't do certain things like that she helped design, I would have never known how to do it on my own. So the stuff that I need for speech is concerned, and working on different drafts of different things, ideas that I'm just jotting down on paper, kind of rolling around and trying to get certain entities to hear me, or at least listen to me. It's tough, unless there's some tragedy somewhere. That's when you get the news media or the newspaper to want to print some stuff. They don't want to hear about a candidate, a nobody candidate that's trying to be, they would call me a wannabe candidate, if you will, that's trying to run for the president of the United States. They don't want to hear that I served this country honorably. That really doesn't matter to them. If you're not making some wave somewhere, and I think I'm kind of also not the right color, but anyway, just saying, not saying it's factual, but still, you can sense it. Because when you talk to somebody on the phone, and they put you through the circulation of publication, you're talking to them on the phone, and they like going, well, let me get your name and your number. I'll have them call you. And you know how many times I've heard that already? And ask me how many people's called me? This many. 0. So I'm up against a real tough opponent right now. See, because I'm trying to find ways to get out here to get you guys to know me. You know Trump. You know what he's doing. And you know Biden. Which everybody knows Joe Biden. Okay? And like I said, I would never attack that man's accomplishments or his accreditation to what he's done or his service to the United States government and to his armed forces. Never would attack that man on those things. However, his character is something to be kind of, or his integrity. Because these are very important things. Accomplishment is one thing. Integrity and character. Trustworthiness. And if somebody get enough confidence to believe in you. These things I can come at him with. Because, to be honest with you, the man is not trustworthy. He wants you to trust him, but again, he's not trustworthy. And other things that's going on with him, trying to dispute a claim that he sexual harassed somebody, saying he didn't do it, or the woman is lying. Same thing with Brett Kavanaugh. The woman saying the man at a party or something so many years ago, and they said she lied and all this other stuff, whatever. Okay. But I looked at that woman's face. Something about truth you can't hide. That woman wasn't lying. It was scripted, and they wanted her to say what they wanted her to say. And she was going along with the program until something broke. And I looked at her face. And I said, that woman ain't lying. And then they had to shut it down a minute because she broke down. That's when you know somebody ain't lying. Is Brett Kavanaugh guilty of sin? Yes. Did he do it? Yes. Did Joe Biden do that? Yes. You follow what I'm saying? That's all I show y'all. Most of you know this. I'm going to say something. I know I don't know if it's going to be on record. It's on record, but I don't know if it's going to get out there. We know, and believe me, I did extensive homework on this, and I know this virus didn't pop up out of nowhere. No. It wasn't because it was an outbreak somewhere and it got traveled around the world and wound up in another country that they slipped into this country and started spreading this crap. And they shut it down to make it look good. And they excluded the names of the first few people, or 5 people or so, that died of it. Try to keep the number down to 0, which the numbers were going up faster than Donald Trump could lie about. So they weren't telling the truth from the beginning. They said the origin was in Wuhan. They kept talking about some marketplace. Somebody bought some kind of bat or snake, or they was trying to make it look good, and that didn't even pan out. They was like, then they said it was in a lab, and then it leaked out it was in a lab, and they kind of shut that down. Like, no. And they just kept spinning it, kept lying, when the actuality truth is someone that was not even connected with the U.S. government per se, as far as government, not a professional, but a scientist that was working with a globalist by the name of Bill Gates, or someone to represent Bill Gates, was working with viruses in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. That's where it all began. And they took it to China because they had the greatest lab and the greatest technology. Dr. Fauci knew about it. Dr. Sanjay knew about it. It was all orchestrated through Bill Gates that pushed this information on Donald Trump, or trying to get Donald Trump involved in this as early as 15. They said that he found out about it in early 19 in October. Bold-faced lie. He knew about it. He knew what was going to happen. Run the tapes back in the Obama era when he started mentioning that this virus, the world could face a pandemic in the next year or so. He played it off and say next year or so, but he knew what he was talking about. Again, they knew. They planned it. And when they planned it, they didn't think that this would take off as fast. And so maybe it was becoming affected or infected as rapid as they were. And they was like, oh, whoa, we got to put a grip on this because this is getting out of control. But then again, they said, no, let it roll. Because then we can slow it down, but can't stop it, but don't stop it, let it roll. They talking about it all in 21, 22. They planned this. And they're still planning. Pushing all kinds of agendas. We all heard about cashless society. That's what they want. And we heard it all overseas. They never tried it in the United States before. This coronavirus has opened so many doors to so many different things that the government is doing right in front of our face, but everybody's ever talking about corona, 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 corona. They doing this, right? Like John Cena said, you can't see me. That's what they're doing to us. I was, me and my wife was caught the bus, we catching the bus this morning, going to town, and the bus that we take to get into town, said come Friday, and until further notice, or until this coronavirus thing blows over, all buses, or in the state of California, at least from what I know, will be free. I was like, what? And I was like, how are they getting paid if the buses are being free? Oh, it's loose. I'm thinking in my mind, but the government got a plan. And then it just dawned on me, cashless society, they're trying it out. They're seeing how it works. So when this does lift up, they're going to come back, well, we're going to start doing cashless society. That we're going to do away with cash. Wow. Because they want to push that agenda with the chip. Or however. And they, I don't want to get into all this because this takes me a little bit. Again, I can go biblical on you from Revelation. You got to know what it talks about, the mark of the beast. You have to know what that is. And it's not a chip. But that's a lesson that we will be talking about when I begin to teach again. I will be doing also a video later, or probably early in the morning, from my side anyway, when I'll be doing a live video ministry. But anyway, I don't know if we're going to talk about that, but just maybe. Now I'm thinking about it. But anyway, we'll deal with that on that when it comes to that. But again, they're pushing this thing because they want to barcode everything. So they go, you take your thumb and just lay it up on the scale and you just pay for whatever it is that you ordered. Just from your thumb or your hand, your forefingers, index fingers, however. Not a full hand scan, but, So you don't use or control chips that's on your bank cards. That's how they're starting this. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this, and it just dawned on me. I said, Lord, thank you. I knew they were doing something, but I just didn't know exactly what they were doing. This has been around for a while. Now they're using coronavirus. Pay attention. They're using coronavirus, COVID-19, if you will, cover-up 19. That's what COVID means, simply. It's not even the name of the virus. But anyway, they named it that. But anyway, biggest scam in the world. I thought the biggest scam was Obama. But, something he said on his closing remarks in Chicago after he was already out of the office. And he did that big speech in Chicago, his hometown. You ever get a chance, go back to that final speech of Barack Obama and pay close attention from the beginning to the end. He says a lot in there. He says some good stuff in there too, but there was some stuff, hidden stuff. With this cat, he's wide open. He don't care if you know what he's doing. He don't care. He's doing it anyway. That's why I say with this administration, there will be no lies. There will be no more deception. No more hidden agendas. And no more lies, secrets and lies. None in this administration. Now, I know it's going to take a lot to turn this thing around. But God is going ahead of us and with us, and he's coming up behind us. And I keep using us and we because it's all of us. Like we're all in this right now. All of us are in it. Rich, poor, famous, not famous, military, non-military, retirees, non-retirees, disabled, vets. We're all in this. It doesn't matter ethnicity. Everybody is in this. In 2021, we're all in this together under this administration. All of us. If they can use that mess to try to destroy us, to depopulate, then we could come together as one and change it and stop the depopulation. Stop the globalists from doing any more damage than they already have, and get out ahead of this thing and end it. End it quicker than they imagined that they wanted to turn it off, before it does more damage than a little bit. So we have to get out in front of this. See, in order to work with everything else that's going on around us, and the new norm, and the business of the day in a new era, because that's what this is, it's going to be a new era, then we need to get out in front of that. First get him out of office, and then get ahead of this thing and end it. No more false readings of positive or not positive or negative. No more strange drugs that have side effects that can kill you anyway. No more death certificates that says coronavirus and you died of something else. All that. We got a job ahead of us. I have a job ahead of me, but I can't do this without you guys. I need you guys to wake up and stand up proudly and united and say, I'm proud to be an American, and I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Like I said yesterday, on my video yesterday, if you say, well, we got nobody else, let's give him a shot, don't vote for me. If you say that, give him a chance, see what he can do, you're already in your mind thinking, wishing a death sentence technically to me, saying he's going to fail. No, don't vote for me. If you think that I'm not serious and I'm lying to you, don't vote for me. Stop watching my videos, because you don't believe anyway. I'm still going to carry you right along with us, kicking and screaming, because you're American, unless you just jump out the country. And with the country closed down, I don't think you're going very far. So might as well just come along. Come along peacefully and for the ride. You'll be fine. You can still have your opinions and your idea and your preconceived notions. We just don't want to hear them. But come along anyway. Because I'll never leave a man in battle or left behind. And that includes the ones that are pretty sick. I'll never leave you behind. Because we're all Americans. Even the criminals are in jail. That some on death row, some aren't. But they're in life forever because of their crimes, and they're paying for those crimes. But they're still in the United States. They were born here, they were raised here, they just went wrong somewhere. They're still citizens. And seemingly inside there, they got more rights than us out of here. I'll never leave a man behind. And if you think that's what I'm capable of doing, and if you think I can do no better job than that nut that's already up there, don't vote for me. Put Biden in there. Now, if you want people doing dirty dealings, backdoor dealings, and dealing with cronies and miscreants of all kinds, then put Biden in there. Who's going to follow the protocol of Washington, but under a different brand, blue, then put Biden in there. So I said, well, Pastor, you're blue. Absolutely. At this point. And the only thing is, they said I can't change it. So, but once I become president, I can change from blue to a neutral color. Gray, maybe. I don't know. Which means independent. Nonpartisan is an independent. And in other words, I'm not governed by the United States particularly. They can't say, well, the Republicans got no pull. The Democrats has no pull. So they got no choice but to do one thing. Work together. That's why they don't want an independent president. Because they have no pull. They have nothing that could control him. And that's what they want to do. Control him. Only problem is, they started out trying to control Donald Trump. That man is out of control. They can't even control him. So they spin everything around what he says. What person want to continue to vote to vote for somebody that says use household products like bleach and Lysol or other household products and inject it into yourself in some mannerism? Right there was enough to say, oh, you're out. See you. One person want to put a vice president as running for president that's not fighting him to the nail behind that. You're out. Because you may come up with some other kind of crazy stuff. You follow what I'm saying? But if you if you have confidence and you trust me, you have confidence in me, then vote for me. And together we won't let each other down. We'll move forward and ahead to a brighter future with God as our leader. And change this corrupted system into a system. It won't be perfect, but it'll do their job. At least for 8 years. 4 for sure, but for 8 years. You follow what I'm saying? Well, anyway, guys, I think I jabber-jawed your ears long enough. I think you get the gist who I am. Yeah, I think you get the idea of that I'm passionate and I mean what I say. I love you guys. You don't hear any presidential candidate saying, oh, we love you, Mr. So-so, love you too, lying rag. I'm telling you before I hear anybody say, we love you. Psst, you don't know if you love me or not. It sounds nice, though. It's good to hear. But if I have to trust you, I'm not sure if I can. But when I tell you, as a leader, as a commander, as a former officer in the U.S. Army, as a true man of God, if I say I love the American people, I do. You could bank your bottom dollar on that. If just for any of you could ever tell me you love me, I love you guys. And American people means everything to me. And we want to bring the United States, now I'm talking about the United States, back to the once powerful glory that it once had, and better. Then you need to vote George A. Wilson, President of the United States, come November 3rd. I got up there, vote absolute truth in 2020. Because that's what you're going to get. There's going to be a lot of house cleaning, of course. But we're going to make sure we got people to fill those positions like this. We're going to put the pandemic office back to work. Put those people that is in charge of that area, get back in that area if they want to take their jobs back. If they don't, we'll find people that are able-bodied and have the expertise to run down that office. We need to get out in front of this. We have to, or we won't survive. We have to. 3 major steps. Get Trump out of office. Get into power. And get out ahead of this thing. And never, ever take no for an answer. Because that just doesn't compute with me. What? No? What? Really? Oh, okay. I hear you. But I keep hearing yes. I keep hearing that we will. It shall be. As Moses said on the movie, let it be written, let it be done. I should throw that in there. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. Again, I'm running for your President of the United States, the President of the United States of America. I believe in the American people. I believe in you guys, each and every one of you. You have a voice. I am your mouthpiece. We could do this together. I'll stand down there with a picket sign with you. You're the president. So, tell the government, hey, it's got to change. I can work inside and outside. Don't matter to me. I already told you. If it affects you, it affects me. And it's about time the government starts seeing what's happening to us on a daily basis. Because they themselves came from somewhere too. There's no shame for coming from the projects. It's a shame that you came from the projects or you came from a low area and rise to the occasion and you know your brother's suffering and you won't reach out your hand and give him a hand up. Not a handout, but a hand up. And help him to stand on weak knees and feeble body and help him to become strong again. There's a shame when you don't want to do that. Our enemies are watching us. People are watching and biting at the bits for the moment to attack us. And as long as he stays in that office, we're doomed. All of us. You worried about Corona? You ain't seen nothing yet. Let him stay in that office and you'll find out. The hard way. This is our chance. This is our opening. We need to take it. Again, love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. And stay tuned. Be tuned for my next political view tomorrow. And those of you that are Christians, born again believers, I'll be back later. So stay tuned and watch for me to come live and come join me. Because you don't want to miss tonight's message. Trust me. It may help you to open up to what's happening today. God bless you guys.